Hi, my name is Shelby Stewart Solden, and I work at the Citizen newspaper. I've always loved reading, and it's important in my job because I have to read the newspaper before we mail it out to everyone to make sure everything in it is right. It's important that it's right so that people trust us to tell the truth, because telling the truth is a big part of my job. So I thought I'd read a book about why telling the truth is important. It's called Always Tell the Truth. It's easier to tell the truth than try to run away. So take a breath and speak right up, and then go out and play. Woo-hoo-hoo! Roo shouted, bouncing happily after Tigger. He and Tigger had already bounced through Rabbit's garden and Piglet's leaves and Eeyore's thistles. What do you say we visit our old pal Owl? Tigger suggested. I'm ready when you are, Roo exclaimed. Roo followed his friend up to Owl's front door. I say, Owl greeted them, what good timing. I just received a gift from Great Aunt Cuthbert. I was hoping someone would stop by and see it. What is it? Asked Tigger. The Owl family Who's Who stool, Owl answered. My great-grandfather started the Who's Who of Owls. He stepped upon this stool each fall to read the names of owls who had done great deeds that year. It looks kind of old, said Roo. Oh my, yes, Roo, Owl laughed. So I must ask that it be off limits for bouncing. Why, this stool dates back to... Well, let me just check. Owl pulled out an old family album. As Owl looked through his book, Tigger looked out the window. Say, Tigger said, there's Pooh. Where? Asked Roo. Without thinking, Roo bounced onto the Who's Who stool. One of the legs cracked. Roo pushed the stool back and sat down carefully on it. He didn't want anyone to see that he had broken it. Yoo-hoo-hoo! Pooh boy! Tigger called out the window. Owl's got a what stool to show you. Tigger, Roo whispered, I need your help. What's the problem, little buddy? Tigger asked. Roo showed Tigger the broken stool leg. I have to fix it before Owl sees it. Tigger scratched his head. Maybe you ought to just tell Owl. Roo shook his head. He told me not to bounce on it, but I forgot. Now I have to fix it somehow. Tigger turned to Owl. Say, Owl, he said, hope you don't mind, but we're going to take the stool down to show Pooh. Before Owl could answer, Tigger scooped up Roo and the stool. They bounced down the tree past a very surprised Pooh. See, here's the stool, buddy boy, Tigger said to Pooh. Tigger and Roo hurried away. They stopped to catch their breath near Pooh's house. Look, Tigger, Roo pointed to one of Pooh's honey pots. I bet we could fix that leg with some of Pooh's honey. Good thinking, Roo boy, said Tigger. Why, that honey ought to stick just like glue. They carefully poured the honey onto the stool leg, but it didn't fix things. It just made the stool very sticky. Roo couldn't take the stool back to Owl now. Maybe we should try something else, he said in a small voice. Tigger smacked himself on the head. Hey, I know, he said. Old Longears has stringy beans in his garden. We'll use those. They bounced over to Rabbit's garden. This'll work just fine, Tigger called, pulling a bean vine from its pole. Tigger wrapped the bean vine around the leg of the stool. It worked perfectly, until the vine snapped. Those must have been snap beans instead of string beans. We'll just have to find something else, Roo said. As they headed out of the garden, they ran into Eeyore. Say, can we borrow some thistles? Roo asked. We need to fix something. Help yourself, said Eeyore. But prickly and stickly as they were, the thistles wouldn't stay wound around the stool leg. What'll I do now, Tigger? Roo asked. Come on, bouncing buddy, we'll go see Christopher Robin. Fixing goopy what stools is what Christopher Robins do best. Tigger bounced away with Roo close behind. Tigger and Roo found Christopher Robin at his house. Hello, Roo, said Christopher Robin. Hello, Tigger. I was just on my way to see Owl's Who's Who stool. Roo pointed at the stool. Well, here it is, he said sadly. Oh my, said Christopher Robin. He looked at the honey and the bean vine and the thistle. It's broken, said Roo, and it's all my fault. Tigger helped me try to fix it, but I only made it worse. I haven't told Owl or my mama either, Roo added. Christopher Robin looked at the broken stool. I think I can fix this, Roo, he said, but I also think you need to tell them the truth. They'll be mad at me, Roo said. It's okay, said Christopher Robin. They will understand once you tell them the whole story. Come on, Roo, said Tigger. I'll bounce home with you. Owl was already at Kanga's house when Tigger and Roo arrived. I'm sorry, Owl, Roo said after explaining what had happened. Kanga sighed. Roo, breaking Owl's stool was an accident. No matter what happens, you must always tell the truth. Yes, Mama, Roo said. He looked over at Owl, hoping that he wouldn't be angry. Perhaps I'll go check on that stool, said Owl as he turned to Roo. Would you like to join me? Sure, said Roo in a small voice. Roo was relieved to see what a magnificent job Christopher Robin had done. The stool looked perfect. A week later, Owl stood upon the mended Who's Who stool and read the names of all the owls who had done great things that year. Then Owl said, and finally, there is our own Roo, who came forward and told the truth this year. Roo was delighted when Owl read his name. From now on, I'm going to always tell the truth, he cried. Telling the truth puts the bounce back in your step.